What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Liverpool's parade trophy victory. Nah, we're a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we're getting there, right? Because I'm getting ready to polish that trophy. My friends, you are all very welcome along to our match reaction after Liverpool have beaten Brentford. Nay, trounced Brentford by 3-0. An almost perfect day for Jurgen Klopp. 2 goals from Mohamed Salah, 1 for Diogo Jota. Obviously, a double of assists from Costas Tsimikas as well. And a near perfect afternoon to send us into the international break. We want to know your thoughts. We want your suggestions for the Anfield Agenda Man of the Match poll as well. We're going to be awarding a deserved Man of the Match, I think. There's a couple of candidates I have in my mind, but we want to know your thoughts on it. So do let us know in the comment section who you'd like us to put in our Man of the Match poll. Look, that was pretty much perfect. I'm over the moon with that. I would have bitten your hand off for a 3-goal victory before the game, especially when we seen the team selection. We seen there was no Gomez, no Canade. Obviously, we had no who else was missing today? We had no Alexis McAllister, no Curtis Jones. We had no Ryan Gravenberch, no Andy Robertson, no Thiago Alcantara, no Stefan Bajcetic, no Canade. No problem. 3-0. Boom. How are United only 6 points behind us? Do you know what? Weirdly, United were the form team in the Premier League with regards to the results. It's mental, but it was true. But you know what? Look, I'm buzzing, folks. Clean sheet, 3-goal victory. We couldn't ask for much more than that. So we want to know how happy you guys are on it. Delighted for Mo. Just to clear up as well, that's another joint record now for Mohamed Salah. Himself, Les Ferdinand, Thierry Henry and Alan Shearer are the only people to have scored in the first consecutive 6 home league games of a season as well. I think 200 goals up from Mo now in the Premier League as well with that one. It's just happy days. I'm over the moon. Are we up to second now? Yes, we are, and we're clear of of Arsenal by 1 goal in the goal difference. So let's say Chelsea can pick up a victory today. Let's say they do it against City. We'll go into the international break with a 3-way tie at the top of the Premier League. But either way, we're in touching distance, and that's where we want to be. Soboslai was so good today, said Vlake Alex. Take back what you said about Costas. No. He's 1 good game, mate. 1 good game after 5 or 6 shit ones. So no, mate, I won't take back what I said about him. He isn't good enough long term. That's a fact. But he played well today, and I'm not afraid to say that either. Costa gets credit today. 2 assists, and he looked more like himself. He looked far better in an attacking perspective than he did previously. VVD is back. Yes, he is. So, give us some suggestions for the Man of the Match poll. I'm going to get it up now in a second. So, let me ask you guys, Man of the Match, right? So, give me some suggestions. Obviously, we're going to have Salah in there. You don't score 2 and not get into the Man of the Match poll. VVD, I think, deserves to be in there as well. Who else have we got? Nunez. Nunez in the show. Darwin in the show. Right, Nunez. And 1 more. I've got space for 1 more. Yeah, we got to have Costas in there after a double assist, don't we? Got to have Costas in there after a double assist. Right, Man of the Match poll is up. You guys, as always, will vote for the Anfield Agenda Man of the Match. Your options: Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Darwin Nunez and Costas Tsimikas. Can't leave out Salah, and can't leave out Darwin. 2 goals for Salah, 2 assists for Darwin. Can't leave them out. Alisson made a couple of important saves as well in the game. Can't forget him. Very good save from a header in the second half, a bullet header. And also he had a good save in the first half when Mbeumo was through on goal 1-on-1 with them. You probably remember the incident I'm talking about. He got a hand to it and then Trent got back behind and finished the clearance. Who would you bring in as a Costas replacement if you had to choose? Oh, you know what? I've got to be honest and say I've never really given much consideration to a left back. Yeah, gotta be honest, I haven't really given it much thought. Look, I could give you these stupid answers that we won't sign, but leave it with me. I'll see if I can come up with a decent show for you. Davies is unrealistic. We'd all love Alphonso Davies, but it's unrealistic. And if anybody signs him, I'd suggest maybe Real Madrid. Tsimikas can't be a contender for Man of the Match, surely. Why? Why not? He had 2 assists today. 2 important assists. Surely that gets you bonus points. So look, I'm somebody, as I've said many times, who will criticise players. But if you do well, you also get a pat on the back. And Costas had 2 big assists today, so he deserves credit for that. Also, what do we make of Endo? Let me know your thoughts on Endo today. Obviously, big difference from the Endo we seen against Toulouse in midweek. We looked so much more assured, having Big Verge at the back today as well. I thought our captain was magnificent. Was anybody else really, really confused when Salah scored the second goal? Because it looked like he was expecting it to be ruled out or something. He didn't overly celebrate. Endo was great. Endo not too good. See, of back-to-back different comments there. Endo was lucky. Jota's the man, said Clive. Yeah, Jota's goal was amazing. If you haven't seen Diogo Jota's goal yet, have a look at it. SofaScore had Salah, Van Dijk, Tsimikas and Darwin as the top 4 rated players. Don't tell me I don't know my football. You know what I mean? I don't have access to that. And I've given you the 4 top rated players for the man of the match poll. And SofaScore have backed that up. So you're welcome. Let's see how the poll is doing anyway. So far, Mohamed Salah is leading the man of the match poll. We've had over 1,000 votes, but we'll leave that up for you guys to have your say. Endo was the lowest rated. Interesting. Yeah, look, that comment that somebody made about Endo being lucky, I understand where you're coming from with that. I do get where you're coming from. Like, I think he was much better than he was against Toulouse, but yeah, I see where you're coming from. I'm still not convinced by him, I've got to say, I'm not. What else have we got? Darwin is a menace, said David Chappells. Matip had a good game. Yeah, both our centre-backs, Steve, I thought were really solid today. Verge looked, dare I say, imperious, because I think he looked mustard. I think he looked really, really back to his old best. That beautiful challenge on Mbeumo, you probably know the one I'm talking about. Mbeumo burst into the penalty area, veered off to the left-hand side, was about to pull the trigger, and Verge just stuck a toe in and nipped it behind for a corner. That's vintage Virgil van Dijk. Alisson produced some great saves. Yep, Saran, very fair comment. We're very much always indebted to our number one. Alisson Becker makes week in, week out decisive saves in big moments. And it was no different today. I thought we dealt with the aerial threat of Brentford very well. You know, they had plenty of set pieces today. Certainly at the start of the second half, I remember a period where they had like 4 or 5 corners in quick succession. And I thought that the lads defended well. Verge had an amazing goal line clearance as well, where Mopé must have thought he had a tap in. But Verge was like, no, Everton boy. No. No goal for you today. Do we play City at home? No, we're at the Etihad after the international break. 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday, first game back. Trent was good defensively too, said Krish. I thought Trent was awesome today. His distribution again was top notch. But look, yeah, special word for Matip, because I think he was really unlucky to be booked. I don't even think that was a foul, let alone a yellow. But I thought Joe Matip was awesome today. Guys, we're 55 subscribers away from 227k. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. We want to know your thoughts on the game as well. But I really would love to hit 227k before the international break. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Our player ratings video will be coming out about 7 o'clock tonight, just so you guys know, because in about 15 minutes, I'm going over to join Adam for a watch-along on top of the league of our game, of Chelsea's game against Manchester City, a game that will have, of course, ramifications for us at the top end of the Premier League table. Opinions on Szoboszlai today, said Daniel. I think that was the more the Dominic Szoboszlai we know and love. Still think a little bit loose in possession at times today, just a little bit Szoboszlai, but the energy levels way more recognisable than we'd seen in the past week or so. That was Dominic Szoboszlai, covered every inch of the pitch. Matip wasn't booked for his reaction. No, he was booked for the foul, which it wasn't. Well, I don't think it was even a foul, let alone a yellow. But again, he managed to see through the rest of the game. 7 o'clock, yes mate, I'm doing another watch along from 4:30 to 6:30. and then I have to record the player ratings, and then they have to go out. So yeah, it'll be 7 o'clock when that gets out. Tsimikas or Gomez against City? Gomez. Yeah, I've got to say, away from home against Manchester City, I'd go Gomez. I think we need a solid defence, because we're not going to be penning City in and hammering them with attacks at the Etihad. I'd say Gomez for me. VVD staying on his feet, channeling, tackling headers, line save, everything. Man of the match at Gregory Hager. Waturo Endo fought like a warrior in the middle of the park today, said Saran. Endo was great today, said Poke Cards. Nunes has advanced so much since last season. Yes, he did everything but score today. The first one that was ruled out offside, it was so close. You're talking like centimetres. The second one, yes, he was definitely a good bit offside, but I thought he was brilliant today. I thought he ran the line really well and gave Brentford something to think about. I have to say, I'm so happy with that performance. If you would have said to me before the game, Craig, you're going to win 3-0, I'd have said, no, we won't. I did not have the confidence that it would be that straightforward. But it's because of the performance of the likes of Van Dijk, of Diogo Jota, of Kostas Tsimikas, of everybody in that Liverpool team today. Mohamed Salah, of course, a header, a lovely collector's item from Mo. Who's going to cope with Doku? I mean, let's be fair. Rather than worry about who we're going to cope with, let's enforce our will on Man City. We've got our own pretty good attackers that they should be worried about. Diaz, Nunes, Salah, Szoboszlai in behind. You know, City need to think about us as well. Lowest score today was a 7, said Malik. I think Chelsea can take them, said Kyle Rogers. I don't know, mate. I think it's a bit optimistic, but never say never. We've seen some strange results this week in the Premier League, so let's wait and see what happens. 47 subscribers away. Amazing match from Virgil. So let's have a look at the poll. Mohamed Salah seems to be extending his lead in the man of the match poll. We're heading towards 2,000 votes. So far, Mohamed Salah leads the way with 52%. Virgil van Dijk with 30% in second place. Darwin Núñez in third place with 10%. And Costas again in fourth place with 8%. Just a reminder, those were the 4 highest rated players on the SofaScore app. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm supporting Chelsea against City, said Sonia. I don't think you're going to be on your own there, buddy. I think a lot of us will. I feel dirty saying it, but yes, I today also want a Chelsea victory. A chance for Caicedo to show his love for Liverpool by keeping City quiet. Best I've seen from Virgil since the ACL injury, said Lewis Brazier. Doku was not Pele. Yes, Malcolm, you're right. I'm always of the mindset of let them worry about us. You know, we've got our own collection of players. City are a good side, of course, but we've got a fine selection of attacking threats. Just saw Dahoud's red card. What a stupid decision, said Nessie. I haven't seen it yet, mate. Let me just take you through the results, by the way, of the kickoffs today in the Premier League. It finished Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. Brighton 1, Sheffield United 1. Not as great for De Zerbi and Brighton this season, especially after their heroics midweek, going over to Amsterdam, beating Ajax by 2-0. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0, of course, and West Ham 3, Nottingham Forest 2. So the Premier League table looks like this. With a game in hand, Manchester City sit top with 27 points, ahead on goal difference. Liverpool and Arsenal in second and third, both on 27. Spurs in fourth place with 26 points. Aston Villa up into fifth with 25. Then come Manchester United with 21 points in sixth place. Newcastle in seventh with 20. And Brighton up into eighth place, followed by West Ham. Very bad week for Spurs this, right? Going from top of the league and dreaming about a league title to injuries and starting to fall apart. Rabadam said Costas went from being terrible to splendid during the match. Love to see it. How many subs already? How many are we away? Oh God, I don't know. Let me check again. We are 41 away from 227,000. So please do hit that subscribe button. Imagine Chelsea beating City 4-0. That would put us top. Alright now, come on now. I'll just take a win at this point. Look, even a draw. Even if we go into the international break 1 point away, knowing that if we got a result at the Etihad, we'd go top of the league. I take that going into this international break. It allows us to dream over the next 2 weeks. Give Costas back the title of Greek Scouser. There you go. We'll officially give him that back. Are the Carabao Cup semi-final games played in neutral stadium? No, two-legged affairs, home and away. We still have the quarter-final to get through. Obviously, we've got to beat West Ham and that. But the semis are a two-legged affair. This is the last year they're two-legged affairs. I think Chelsea will win 1 or 2-0, said the chosen one. Chelsea will get beat, but will own City after the break. He'll never walk alone. Top spot is rightfully ours, believe, said Dan. Craig Gakpo, midfield talk. I think he did well today. I do. We had a conversation at the start of the watch along, and we asked, is it Ryan Gravenberch or Cody Gakpo? They are the two best players that we currently have linking up midfield and attack. And I thought Gakpo looked way better today in that role than he had previously, especially through the centre as a striker. I thought today was better from Cody. Maka or Jones in the number 6 against City? I think we'll see Maka. I think we'll see Maka, Gravenberch on the left and Szoboszlai on the right. That's my guess for the midfield against City. Chelsea need to win this game for us, said Hotman Fart. There's a name for you. Am I still sponsored by Manscaped? No, we're not, Morgan. Our partnership with Manscaped expired at the end of last month. So, as of now, the only sponsors we have on the channel so far are Surfshark and, of course, Oosh. But no, that deal with Manscaped ended at the end of October. Will you move over the top of the league for Chelsea, Manchester City watch along soon? So Adam's already live on top of the league right now. I'm going to be joining him in about 5 minutes time. Just going to stay on to get the match reaction finished here with you guys. And again, Mohamed Salah is stretching out his lead in the Anfield Agenda Man of the Match poll. Currently atop with 54%. What a game, said Mike Tyson. Oh mate, I'm still buzzing. Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing over that result. I couldn't be any happier. Do I use Manscaped? Actually, not. I use some of their products. I use the ear and nose trimmer, but for downstairs, I go old school. I just use the old razor blade. But my wife uses it, Manscaped, and she swears by it. She thinks it's brilliant. Mo in the 200 club, what a player. Yes, another stat for Mohamed Salah today. 200 Premier League goals up now for Mo with that one. And if my memory's right, guys, I think that makes him 1 away from Haaland at the top of the Golden Boot charts. Craig, proud of the result, proud with Costas. Yeah, again, full credit to Costas. Far better today than he was in the last couple of games. Why not pass Salah to Szoboszlai? I don't know what you mean by why not pass Salah to Szoboszlai. I don't get that comment, mate. What do you say to Man City fans comparing Haaland to Salah? I'd be more concerned if I was them about 115 charges coming their way and watching Haaland playing in the National League North in a few seasons. Thoughts on Doku? He's had a great start to his Manchester City career. Yeah, he's had a very good start. Feels like a player that we seem to track for a very long time but never really followed through on. But now he is a Manchester City player and he started very well there. Salah is a footballer. Haaland's just a tap-in merchant, said Simon. Look, he doesn't really add more to the game. Like, honestly, I'm going to say this and I mean it sincerely. This isn't a wind-up. I'm not trying to bait people. I would not swap Darwin Núñez for Haaland. I wouldn't. I think Darwin Núñez is a better footballer than Erling Haaland. I'm not saying he'll score more goals. Haaland will score more goals. But I think Darwin Núñez is a better player than Haaland. And I wouldn't swap him. And I'm serious. I'm not joking. I respect the numbers Haaland puts up. Of course I do. But I wouldn't trade Darwin for him. I wouldn't. Mo joins Henry Shearer, the only Premier League players to score assist in 15 consecutive Premier League home games. Thank you for that one. Another great stat there from Mo. Do you think Liverpool have a chance against City in the next match? Yes, I do. I take a point. I won't lie. If you offered me a point against City right now, I'd take it at the Etihad away from home. Especially after the international break with an early kickoff for both teams. Players coming back late from the internationals over in South America. I'd take a point right now. Oh, look, there's the poor little bitch in the chat looking for... I'm not going to give you the pat on the head you want. It's not our fault that we're better than most teams in the Premier League and you come in calling people eggs. You're a Villa fan. Should you not be in a Villa chat right now celebrating a victory today rather than an Anfield Agenda chat calling me an egg? Does that not say a lot more about you than it does about me, mate? You know, you had a good win today. Up in the 5th in the Premier League table and you're in an Anfield Agenda chat. So which one of us is a fake fan? I would suggest it ain't me, mate. I'm where I should be. Not even Liverpool fan, but I just love Nunes, said Di. Wish him success and hopefully his English gets a little bit better. Darwin, more of a team player. Craig, if we beat City and Haaland doesn't score, eat broccoli. No. You're never, ever getting me to eat broccoli. If we win the Premier League, I said I'll eat a bit of broccoli. But nah, not going to be eating broccoli for fun. That's not happening. Endo better at DM than Maka. I disagree. I'm not saying Endo didn't do all right today, but I think Maka's better, even in that position. Endo, again, I love that he stopped some counter-attacks with fouls today. I think we need more of that from our midfield. But no, I disagree. I still think that I'd have McAllister ahead of Endo in the 6. Honestly, Endo's a very solid defensive midfielder. I think this is going to be a terrific season for him. What's the prize for winning the Anfield Agenda FPL? I think last year we gave a 200 or 250 quid Amazon gift card. Something like that. So it'll probably be the same again. Nessie. I won't be winning it anyway, mate. That's for sure. I'm definitely mid-table merchant. Right, let's have a look for the last time at the Anfield Agenda Man of the Match poll. It has had 2,660 votes, and Mohamed Salah with 55% of the vote is your Anfield Agenda Man of the Match, with Virgil van Dijk, who would have been my Man of the Match in all honesty, in second place with 27%, Darwin Núñez with 10%, and Costas Tsimikas with 7%. Again, mine would have been Verge, but you guys are the bosses and you voted Mohamed Salah our Man of the Match, and congratulations yet again to the great man on another assist to his name, or 2 goals to his name, and another set of statistics to his name is what I was trying to say. Van Dijk was a unit today. That's him at his best. Lost a yard of pace from a few years ago, but he's still world class. Right, my friends, I'm going to go over and join Adam on top of the league right now. Hope you can join us for that. There is a link pinned at the top of the live chat right now that will bring you over the top of the league. Do hit the subscribe button here on Anfield Agenda before you head off. We're closing in with just... What have we got now? Come on, update for me, you stupid phone. Come on, update. We're just 27 subscribers away from 227. So please do hit that subscribe button before you head off. And again, join me in 2 minutes on top of the league for a watch along at Chelsea versus Manchester City. Myself and Adam, the first one we're doing together. And don't forget to subscribe to Top of the League as well. But most importantly, do hit the sub button here before you head off. We're really, really closing in. We're only 25 away. I'll see you guys.